Hi friends, welcome back to the series Inventing Stuff with Ardunio Uno using Tinker CAD by Sanyo. So here you are watching the day 5 part 2 of this series. So in part 1 we did about the slide switch. We learned that how can we connect the slide switch with the components, and we also did a task with the help of Arduino slide switch and LED RGB. So in this part, we are going to learn about DC motors. Okay, so let's begin. Now I am going to open my Tinker CAD. Okay, so here's the dashboard. Okay, so here is my blank workspace. So this I will rename as J5. So we did two circuits in the first part. So this I will rename as the third circuit. Okay. So now first, let's learn that what are hobby gear motors and DC motors. So these are exactly same. The working and all is exactly same, but most precisely, these motors are used. These one you can see now. These are used most precisely, but we will also connect this in the circuit. So no worries. So firstly, connect these with the batteries. So first, let's do with the DC motors. Let's finish this topic fast. So I will take out 9-volt battery, and you know these DC motors. These works from 1.5 volts up to 100 volts. So there are many DC motors available, and it also works. Some works on 6 volts, 12 volts, or 24 volts because they are dependent upon the batteries, and most of the batteries have these values only. Okay, so now let me connect this to the positive, and there is one more quality of this motor. I will tell that in just a minute. First let's connect the circuit. Okay, yeah. So now let me start the simulation. See, it's working. You can see this RPM. This is the speed of the working. Okay. So in these DC motors, it's different, but in hobby gear motors, it's not so much. Okay. Now you can see that we always connected positive with positive and negative with all the basic components. But in this case, if I just delete these and I connect the negative with positive and positive with negative, then also it will work. When I start the simulation, you can see here a minus sign is there. So when it's connected, when we can interchange the terminals, then it moves anti-clockwise. Only this is the difference. Okay. So now let's remove this and take this one out. Now let's connect this here. So here I am making a rough circuit, but in the description I'll upload a neat and clean circuit. Okay, it will be properly visible to you, so don't worry about that. See, it's 286 RPM, so it's up. It's approximately, as I remember, it's up to 360 RPM and not more than that. In any case, okay. Now let's also try the reversed case that we did in the previous one. In this also, I'll try. Okay, yeah. See, it's working. Yeah. So this is the advantage of the motors. Okay, wait, so I'll just make this circuit now neat and clean, and I'll save it, and then I'll send it to you. Means I'll upload it in the description. And I'm again saying, if you have any query, then please let me know in the comment section. You can please drop, because I want that my session should be fruitful for you all, and you must learn something from this series. So that's why I'm again and again asking you for your queries. And if you have no queries, then it's really very good. So now you can please click on create new circuit, so that we can just move on. So now you saw that we can connect one hobby gear motor with the batteries, and then we cannot connect two. Okay, so our the technicians and all, they were very intelligent, and to connect two hobby gear motor in distances like we use in the cars, in the remote control cars, they made a special they made a special component known as L29 3D. Okay, so you can just put this name here, L29 3D. See, you can see this H bridge motor driver. Why it is called a H bridge? I'll tell you that. So first of all, I want to ask that if you are standing at this point, here is a lake, and you need to reach at this point. Now what will you need? You can't swim in this. Okay, you will not do such a funny thing. So you need a bridge here. So this acts as a bridge between two hobby gear motors. And we'll also use a breadboard for the same work. And the task is that we'll be connecting two motors, and our first motor, it should first rotate, and then it should stop for 1 second, then our second should rotate, and then it should stop, then first again, and this should be in a continuous process. Okay, so first this I'll take here, and you can just select this and press shift plus R to rotate this, and I'll place it here. Now we will learn about the pins one by one. First you can see is enable 1 and 2. Okay, so this is to enable the input 1 and input 2. So this will be connected with the positive side. Okay, now this input, sorry, it will be connected to a digital pin, so that we can control the hobby gear motors. And you can also see a output pin just in the side of that. So it is totally dependent on this input. When it will high, then the output will also become high. It's automatic. Okay, so let's not make the wire too big, it will mess up. This also I'll make it small. Okay, so this is output 1. So this I'll connect it with the positive, or you can also connect it with the negative. That doesn't mind, as I showed you that it works with any condition. So you can just connect it anywhere. Now ground is negative, I'll connect it to the negative, and this one is also ground, so this will also be connected to the negative. And you must be seeing that I am working slow. I don't know why, but my mouse is not working so fast. That's why. Okay, and now this is output 2. Output 2 will be connected to the other terminal, that is free. So I will connect it here. Okay, like this. Now here it is the input 2, and input 2 will be again connected to the digital pin. So this is the input 2. From here I'll take a wire, and from this side I'll just connect this. Okay. And now this is the power 2, so power will again be connected with the positive terminal. Okay, done. The first side is done. The first motor will now work. Now working with the second. So when we work with the second, here we need to connect a battery. Okay, just to give the power supply, we need to connect a battery. Now enable 2 and 4, I'll again connect it with the positive terminals. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay, I'll connect it with the positive sides. Now this one is input 3. It will again connect it with the digital pin. And the circuit is only a little bit difficult, but the coding is very easy. It literally very easy. Now this is the output, so I'll connect it with the positive side here, like this. Okay, like this I'll connect it. So this is the ground. I will connect it to here with the negative side, like this. Okay. Now this is the output 4, and let me connect it to the negative terminal as it's free. And now this one is the input 4. Now let's connect it again to a digital pin, and you can connect it in an increasing order, like first I connected to 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, so it will be easy, and otherwise it doesn't matter so much. And now the circuit is done. Now come to the coding, go to text code. Now first is our defining, so let me define it. Int motor is equals to, so first one is 3, and let me check that the 3 is connected to the hobby gear motor 1. Okay. And you can't define only one, that you said that here the both inputs are connected with the both outputs are connected with the same hobby gear motor, so I only define one. No, that's necessary to define two, the both. So now I will do int motor 2, it's equals to 4, and let me also check it once. Yeah, so it's fine. Now motor 3 is connected with 5th pin, motor 4 is connected with 6th pin. Okay, done. Now I will do void the setup, and this we only need to make a high or low, so pin mode will here be output for all the motors. Okay, and the code and all I'll be putting in the description. And to watch the full series, if you have missed any point or you want to just have a recap, so you can look for a playlist on my channel, and that you can please watch. There I have added all the videos of the series associated with the series. Okay, so now comes the void loop. So here we only need to write the simple commands digital write. Then first we need motor 1 high. So motor high, and else all the motors will be low. Okay, so this will be low, this will be low, this will also be low, and here I can just put this is 3, this is 2. Okay, now what I want is after a delay, now we'll just copy this whole code and I will paste it over here. Now this motor first I will make as low, and now motor 2 will be high. Again I will paste it. Now I will make a motor 3 high and others will be low. Now I will finally make the motor 4 high and it's done. And you have to make sure that you add a delay at the last also for the proper functioning. So let me start this simulation. Okay, I think I did a mistake. No problem. I'll just see that. Okay, I got to know the mistake. So we haven't given the power supply in the breadboard, and breadboard can't produce its own electricity. So that is our fault. Okay, so I will connect it like this, and you have to do one more thing, that from this side or either this side you can take a wire from negative and connect to the negative of this. Then from this positive take a positive and connect it to this. Okay, so that the power supply keep on going this side and everywhere. Okay, now let's start the simulation. See, first this is working, this is working, now this working, this working. See, at regular intervals, for this is working, then stopping, then this is working, stopping, this is working, this stopping. Okay, so our task is done, and this was all for the day 5, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is uploaded, and part 2 I will upload just after the recording. And let me also tell you our tomorrow's topic. So our tomorrow's topic is PIR sensor in the part 1 and push button for the part 2. So this is our tomorrow's topic, and we have done mostly with all the components. Only our potentiometer is left. Then our ultrasonic sensor is left, and then we'll be done. This temperature sensor, NPN transistor, and vibration motor. This all are not included. These components are not included in our syllabus. So we will not be working with that. And at the last of the series, when there will be the last day, then I'll tell you to make a security gadget. How can you make a security gadget? Okay, and I have also given you a task in the part 1. You can go and see that. If you are not able to do, you can drop in the comments. So I will also tell you that how can you do that task. And we also have did diodes. So let me tell you something about diodes. Okay, so for diodes we need to know the types of currents. Let's learn about that. So there are two types of currents: AC current and DC current. DC current is a direct current that keeps on flowing in one single voltage, one amount of voltage. AC current is the alternating current that keeps on reducing and decreasing the amount of voltage. So this you can better understand by the help of the graph of these. So let me make So this is for the DC current. Okay, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. This is the center point. So if it start from here, so through the path it will move in this direction only, it will not change. Whereas if alternating current is there, it will, what it does is when it's moving and when it comes to the highest voltage, then it goes decreasing, it decreases. Then when it comes to the lowest point, it again increases, then it decreases, increases. So like this is the working of AC current. And in our homes, AC current is only supplied. Okay, so now there must be a question in our mind, or if not there, then I'll ask a question that if DC current is not supplied in our home, then how we charge our phones? Because our phones, they need the DC current as they are made up of batteries, they are dependent on batteries, they need DC current. But I told you that our houses get AC current. Then how our phones get charged? This is the question. Now I'll tell you that how it is. You can see these diodes. These are a converter like things. So like suppose this is AC current coming to our house and this is the diodes. Now when, so let's understand it like input, processing, output. So first input, what is AC current will come to our houses. Okay, and the diode here are the adapters. You must have seen the adapters, the chargers. So that adapters contain these diodes which convert the AC current into DC current and then our phone get charged. And this happens with all the laptops, desktops. This only happens. So our diode got input, it's AC. Then our diode processes, input got, processing done. Now output is DC current. Okay. So it's really very easy to understand. I hope you have understood now diodes too. Oh, and let me also have a look that we should not leave anything. And this these are also capacitors, but these are non-polar capacitors. So about this also we will not be learning. And let me go to all the components and let me have a look. So push button we'll do. And these IR sensors and these all the sensors, you can see these are the higher topics. Okay, so we will also be doing about tilt sensor, though this I will be doing tomorrow only in the part 1 or 2. I'll adjust it. And 7 segment and LCD are for the topics. We will do it in the series. Okay. Okay, so here you can see these. These are known as gates, logic gates. So for this I will be starting a separate series that will be smart projects without coding. So in that we will be using this. Okay, so I have told you about all the syllabus, and now I would like to tell you that please drop your feedback either in the comment section or on my email ID, that how is the series going on. So email ID is kidscare06 at the rate gmail.com. Okay, this is my email ID. Please drop your feedback here so that I can know that whether the session is fruitful for you or not. So now we'll meet in the day 6. Till then, bye bye.